Today we are going to learn about wireless transmission device of the Hua DH-PFM885i. Okay, let's open the box and see the contents. Here, first of all, we are going to see there are a pair of units. One is a transmitter, which is mentioned here. We can see wireless transmission device, and there is another device which is mentioned there as wireless transmission device DH-PFMI. In the end you can see the difference. It is R, it is mentioned R in the sense receiver. Okay, where you have already noticed here it's T is a transmitter device. Both of the devices can be powered with two types of power. One is 48 volt 2 per PoE power, or else 12 volt 1 ampere DC power. These are the units, and we got a quick config manual which will be very useful for configuration. Let's go to the topology and understand how it works. This is the topology of the wireless transmission device, where the transmitter is going to fit in the lift room on top, and the receiver is going to fit on above the lift, where our camera is going to connect. Both of the transmitter and receiver can be power on by using 48 volt PoE or 12 volt DC, which is not included in the box. The transmitter has to connect to the local area network, where our cameras, our NVR, everything is connected as shown in the picture, whereas the receiver is lying on top of the lift and connected to only our camera. Now we are going to configure the device, wireless transmitter device. Okay, this is T. You can see the transmitter device I'm going to configure. First of all, we need to power up the device. I am using 12 volt DC power, and then I am connecting a LAN port directly to my laptop. Let's see how to configure. As mentioned in the user configuration manual, I am going to configure my laptop with the IP address 192.168.1.80. Let's see. 192.168.1.80. I have configured my laptop with this IP address, and then I am going to save. Once I save this, we are going to access the transmitter device with 192.168.1.35, where the username is root and password is admin. Once you log in, you will see we have to follow the exact user manual, where it is clearly mentioned the transmitter device should be given application scenario as elevator room, which we are going to keep on top of elevator room as shown in the topology, where the SSID you can leave it as it is, and then channel also leave it as it is, where you can change according to your LAN network. You can change the range, the IP address you can change if your IP address is something different in your organization, where for testing purpose we are keeping as it is for easy configuration. Let's see now in the laptop. The device name I am not going to change. The application scenario, there are two options which can be given, but I am giving elevator room as per the transmitter it has shown in the configuration. SSID I am leaving as it is. Channel, there are multiple channels, but we are keeping it auto, which will automatically select the channel, best channel for you. And then as per testing, as I told you, we are going to keep 1.35 the same, and then save and apply. Now the transmitter device has been configured successfully. Let's move on to the receiver. Let's see, this is the receiver which is ending with the R. Okay, now this is also powered on and is connected to my laptop to configure. It's in the same network range of 192.168.1.180 as earlier. Let's go to the config manual. We'll notice here the IP address for the receiver is 192.168.1.136, and the username and password is as same as the transmitter. Let's go log into the laptop and change the settings. Now we are logging into the receiver. The IP address is 192.168.1.36, which is default. Let's log in. Once you log in, you will notice the same options what shown in the user configuration manual, where the application scenario for this receiver we have to select as IP camera instead of elevator room. Okay, let's see. we are following the same application scenario. We are choosing as IP camera. SSID we have to maintain the same because it is a pair of device. The transmitter and receiver should have the same SSID. And channel we are keeping it as auto. And IP address, as I told you, it depends on the organization. If your organization uses a different IP address, you can change it, but the receiver and transmitter should be in the same IP range to communicate. And then once it is successfully done, go apply, save and apply. Now the receiver configuration also has been successfully done. To confirm the communication between the transmitter and receiver is successfully established, we have to go to network. In the network, go to option Wi-Fi. Once you click on Wi-Fi, it will be shown as the SSID, the same name of both, and then it will be shown here associated stations to which the receiver is communicating. The receiver is communicating with the IP address 192.168.1.35, which is our transmitter's IP address. So here we can notice, and there is a signal strength is also shown, which is 100% signal strength is there between both the devices. Now we are going to add the camera to the receiver, and let's see, there are two LAN ports in our receiver. We can utilize to use for two cameras, or else in our case there is only one camera, so I am going to connect the LAN 1 port to my camera, which is IP camera, which is connected here, and the camera has to individually powered on by 12 volt 1 ampere power supply. So let's see now the communication is happening. As we already know that the communication between the receiver and the transmitter is successful, now we are going to check on the transmitter. Now the transmitter is connected to my laptop. Now let's try to access the camera from my laptop. Now open Dahua's config tool, where you can search for the Dahua cameras. You can use this device for any third-party cameras as well. We are using the Dahua camera, so we use the Dahua config tool and scan for the devices connected. Here we are able to see our Dahua camera, which is connected with the default IP address. So the transmission is successful, and we are able to see the Dahua camera, which is connected in the receiver through the transmitter. Thank you for watching.